Government signing a multi-million-dollar deal with PMR Bahamas today that will transform a privately owned island in the Exumas chain into a major tourist hub. Fern Carey tells us that the development is also expected to open up hundreds of job opportunities for Bahamians.
The agreement between the government and PMR Bahamas represents a $175 million investment that is expected to transform Torch Key, also known as Hoe Key, into a residential and hotel property in southern Exumas. The multi-million-dollar project is also expected to create hundreds of jobs over the 2 phases of construction, and once completed, it will feature an 18-hole golf course, an environmental research facility, a sustainable organic farm, and a beach club and spa. Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis Casey says the capital investment will serve as a valuable stimulus for residents in Exumas and the entire country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait to see this project and all its facilities come to fruition over the course of the next decade. This distinct, forward-thinking community will serve as a valuable economic stimulus for the residents of Exumas and indeed the entire nation. Valuable jobs will be created where they are needed most. More visitors will flock to our shores and witness the magnitude of what we have to offer. Local businesses will be bolstered, tax revenue will be generated, and increased competition will raise our tourism product to even loftier heights.
Area Member of Parliament, Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, and Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Jessica Cooper, is hopeful that the development will motivate Exumas residents who have left the island to return home.
30 years ago, there were more people living in Little Exumas than is living there today. And this development will help us to get the critical mass that we need for the surrounding area. 30 years ago, there were more students attending the Williamstown Primary School than is now attending that school. And 30 years ago, when I attended the Forbes Hill All-Age School, it was actually open. Today, it's closed. So you see that there has been much movement. This is going to create jobs. It's going to create business opportunities. It's going to allow people to come back to the island of Exumas, Little Exumas, in particular, but it's going to be good for community and good for the social development of the area.
The project is expected to be completed between 8 to 12 years. Managing partner at PMR Bahamas, Philip Simon, and principal investor Philip Pensky says work will begin immediately.
The start date is now. In fact, the start date has been well over a year ago in terms of the preparations, etc. But in terms of literally shovels in the ground, they might have already gotten a text, right? Your question was with regards to Bahamian. Obviously, there's a policy, and the goal of this project is not only to meet the policy, but to beat the policy. I mean, again, we all spoke to it, is to have as many qualified Bahamian professionals, young Bahamian professionals as well, involved in this project as possible.
First, the overall acreage, as Philip referred to, is 707 acres. There's going to be multiple stages to the project. The goal is to have the marina built in the first 3 years, the golf course completed in the first 30 months. So that'll be the full completion of the entire project, but there'll be stages of multiple milestones much earlier, after probably the 3-year target is what we're currently looking at.
As it relates to concessions, the Deputy Prime Minister indicated that the developer will benefit from the standard incentives under the Hotel Encouragement Act. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.